Hey, this is Coach Parker again with CoachParker.org. How are you today? Hope you're doing good. This is another video in my 6-2 Multi-8 Youth Football Defensive Series. Today we're going to talk about more blitz calls and tags, really kind of surrounding what we're doing with our defensive backs. So why don't we jump right into it? Let's see. This first call here is a crazy call. It's for our cornerbacks and too crazy. As you can see here, if we say Carl Crazy, that's Carl, and he's going to blitz over here to the outside. He's going to try to stay above the Will linebacker, but he can drop below. He doesn't have contained responsibilities, but you really don't want him running into your outside defensive end there, your Will defensive end. So just make sure you tell him when he goes on his blitz, he needs to make sure he's not going to run over your outside defensive end. So if you want them both to blitz, you can call too crazy or crazy too. They get it, whatever you're yelling out there. And that'll send both Carl and Bob on. And if you want Bob, the other cornerback, to go, just call Bob crazy. But if you definitely call too crazy, they're both going. They have no contained responsibility, no pass responsibility. You're really basically playing cover one if you call too crazy, and you probably need to adjust Fred in this chart here and have him play more of a cover one far out, which is Fred calls to back up. But that's the crazy blitz. I call this quite a bit, especially on teams that like to sweep and don't pass. It's a great call, gives you some extra oomph out on the edges, especially at younger ages. You can play your corners kind of tight and crazy. And there you go. So that's a crazy and too crazy blitz there. The next blitz is called the Devil Dog Blitz or the Dog Blitz. And this is for if you call Carl Dog or Bob Dog. My dog hole is kind of what I call between the wing backs and the tight end. I like to send a lot of blitzers in that dog hole. So if you want to call Carl Dog, Carl Bob Devil Dog, that's going to send them both through that wing back tight end D gap there, and they're going to blitz. I really like this call against double wing teams that run hard and heavy at this off tackle play. That seems to work good again. And again, you've got Fred back here in a cover one, so just know when you're calling these, you're going to know from your scouting report it's not a pass, it's definitely a run, and you're going for it here. So if they were in a single wing and you want to call Carl Dog over here to the wing back three, you could do that too. But that's the dog blitzes for the two cornerbacks there. This next blitz I like to call a lot too. It's called the Coke or Coca-Cola Blitz. It's a C-gap blitz specifically for the corners. A lot of times I have them set up, especially at older levels. They're kind of set up there out of a tight end to help out, cover tight end, help out with C and D flow, contain. And this is a great blitz coming out from the outside corners into a C gap there to give you some extra help off tackle. So you can either call Carl Coke or Carl Bob or Coca-Cola, which will send them both. Definitely Crazy and Coca-Cola and Coke are some of the big time cornerback blitzes I do. This Chow Blitz and Chow Ice Blitz is a combination blitz. Whenever you call Ice or Ice Cube, that's going to tell the corners they're helping with contain and they should take contained tracks. Chow and Chow Chow is we're sending the two defensive ends basically at a tight angle at the fullback and quarterback. They have no contain when you call Chow Chow. They're just going and really to a quarterback fullback area, and then you've got your Ice and Ice Cube. You've got your corners coming up over the top. And once again, you've got Fred back here in a cover one. You're not thinking they're going to throw on this most likely. So this is, either you've got Chow Ice with Carl and Will, or Chow Ice with Bob and Sam, or you got Chow Chow Ice Cube where they're all going and on a blitz call there. And you just need to explain to your corners when they're in this ice, they're definitely in contain cubing kind of thing. You can explain it to them like that. They've got kind of an ice cube contain going on there. So that's the Chow Ice Blitz with the corners and defensive ends going on there. This is a call I really love when I've got a wing. It's the Fred dog call, especially on teams that don't really pass a whole lot. I like to basically send Fred on a blitz to this wing back tight end gap hole to help out the defensive end over here. You can see the D end over here in this area. I really like to call Fred dog quite a bit on non-passing teams to give us a little bit more help in this area, because that area is definitely tight, a little tough right in there. The next call is Fred X. This is a lot of times when you're playing, like I was saying earlier, younger age group, and you're running that 6'2", 6'3" hybrid where Fred becomes kind of like a monster back, and you're moving Fred around quite a bit. So Fred X is basically kind of like the Gunner X. If you watch my last video, you could X is the whole number or wherever you want Fred to go. So this is a Fred 4, and he moves up into the 4 hole there. But you could say Fred 8, Fred 7, or whatever. And once again, Fred, when it's X, is really working like a monster now. And of course, you need to let your two cornerbacks know if you're running this hybrid, or you know in a game you're going to run a lot of this Fred X call, is to make sure your corners know that they have got a little bit extra coverage duty if you want that or not. Let's see what I've got next. And of course, the fight call. I wanted to go back over this one. Last chart, or yesterday's, I kind of messed up the chart and didn't include Bob here as a corner and had Sam back up here. I think I was rerouting what was green and what was not green on that chart and messed it up. But this is a fight call again for Fred. You know, normally he's back here in his free safety position. Whenever you call fight, Fred comes up in here kind of like a little bit deeper middle linebacker. And he's playing run, pass now, not pass, pass, pass. So anytime you've got a fight call, you've got Fred kind of a middle linebacker position. I think, and just real quick, since we're talking about all this D-back stuff, this is the bullet coverage again with the 3 defensive backs here. You've got Carl and Bob in a cover 2, and Fred is stepped up into a middle linebacker position. And these front 8 can be doing anything to call bullet. Right now, they're just set up in a 3-3 stack owl formation, but they could be in a 6-2 tight, and you call bullet, and that basically puts them in this cover 2 linebacker thing. Let's just go. Oh, and then we've got kind of a combo call here called cover 2, which cover 2 basically tells a corner and the 2 corners to step back, and they're kind of playing zone here, and you could move them closer into the hash. But since these 2 guys I have outside, I put them a little further out. Fred now is in a Fred E call instead of calling like Fred to 8. If you call Fred E, and you'd have to call Rainbow or Lightning. I guess he's on the left here. Or Lakeview, which is your left call. So it's a Freddy left. He's going to come from the outside. He's got no contain. He's just helping on a sweep. Since they've got this wing back here and this receiver out here, they're most likely maybe to sweep here or run something on this side of the ball. And so I've got him over there helping out. And then, of course, if you move back into a cover 3, you know, for whatever reason you're in a kind of a prevent defense, you've got your 3 D-backs here, Carl, Fred, and Bob. That are sitting back there in cover 3, and they're basically playing zone. And I have them play about 10 yards, and if they're younger, maybe a little less. I think they're a little short here in this chart, but that's a cover 3. So, yeah, let's just go real quick back over these real quick. So there's the crazy. That's a cornerback blitz from the outside. Carl Dog is a D blitz for a corner, if you call Carl or Bob Dog. Coca-Cola specific to the corners. That's a C-gap blitz for them. Chow Ice is kind of a combo blitz between the D end and the corners. Fred Dog is when you got Fred that's blitzing kind of like a monster back in between that wing back and tight end. Fred X is where he's playing a monster, and basically X is a hole or where you want him to go. The fight call again is you're moving Fred up into a kind of a deep middle linebacker there. Now he's playing run and not really pass anymore. Bullet coverage is really setting up Fred as a middle linebacker, and Carl and Bob is in cover 2. Let's see, we just backed up into a cover 2, and I'm sending Fred to the E gap and a Freddy blitz to Lakeview or left side. Or you could call Freddy Will, and that's going to send Fred over to the Will side. And a lot of times if you call Will or Sam, and maybe your defensive end names versus right or left, the kids seem to move quicker if you call, like, if your Will's name is, let's just say it's Parker, and you said Freddie Parker, Fred seems to be able to recognize to go to Parker's side versus trying to say left. Their brain doesn't compute as fast as you'd like in the game, so maybe that's a little tip there to help you with that. And that's a cover 3 there, and we're out. So those are kind of the main blitzes that I'm doing for D-backs, or calls or coverages for D-backs that we really call. There's a few others, and we can get into those. You can certainly check out my book. It's in a beta advanced copy draft format that you can buy right now on my website. For $15. Regular price will be $30. There should be a link in the bottom in the information of this video if you'd like a copy of that book to get started before the season starts. Really, if you like this video and you like these series on my football defense here, the 6'2 Multi-8, please subscribe to my channel. Definitely putting out more free videos with your support. Like it, dislike it, but hopefully you do like it, so like the video. Love to hear comments. It really gets me going. It makes me want to create a new video today. Had a subscriber tell me I messed up on a chart and said he liked the videos, and that got me motivated to make this video today. So love your comments, love the likes. If you get an opportunity, you like it, and you want to share with one of your assistant coaches or other coaches, please share the video. There's some donate buttons up there if you want to donate. Also, if you don't want to donate, but you want to help the channel out, you can hit my Amazon store, and a link is in the description below. And that really helps me continue to develop these free videos for you. But once again, hope you like the video. I should put out another video this week. I'm going through all these blitz calls that are in the book, so I'll kind of have them organized. So hopefully the next couple of days you'll see a video. If somebody comments maybe today or tomorrow, they like to see the video earlier, I'll pump one out. But again, thanks a lot. This is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. Hope you're having a great day, and remember, play for fun, and winning is funner. Ciao.